Hi, it's Daphne. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm gonna be going through my February TBR. So I don't usually do a TBR, but this month is special because it's Black History Month. I wanted to try and read a lot more books by Black authors this month. I finally have a fair number of Black authors on my shelf. So the first book I want to read is Beverly Jenkins' Destiny's Embrace. This is about a woman named Mariah. I don't know what time period this is in, but this woman, Mariah, is from Philadelphia, and I think she's like desperate to escape her life, so she answers an ad to be a housekeeper across the country in California for this guy, Logan. Logan doesn't know that his mother put in a request for a housekeeper. He doesn't think he needs her. He's been running their family farm for like years, and it's their love story, and I'm excited to see how it goes. And isn't this cover stunning? And it just sounds steamy and romantic and maybe a bit of angst because they shouldn't be together, because the employee-employer relationship. We'll see how it goes. Then I have another Beverly Jenkins. This is Wild Rain. I picked this up while I was in Florida from one of my aunts. This book is about Spring Lee, this woman who runs her own ranch out in Wyoming, and the hero is Garrett. He escaped slavery apparently many years ago and is now a reporter in Washington, and he's coming to her farm to like interview her brother or something, but she just fascinates him, and it's their love story. She's not in dresses and stuff, she's roughing it, she's got her like work pants on, and I don't know, we'll see how it goes. I mean, yeah, she is wearing work pants in this cover. But I'm excited to try this one as well, and I hope Beverly Jenkins is a fun, steamy, romance-loving ride. Then I have to read The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin. I've had this book on my shelf for a while, and I've been a little intimidated because it just seems so clever and so smart, but I'm super excited to read it. This has to do with murdered sons and missing daughters and environmental chaos, and I think there's magic in it, and it just sounds so interesting. It won a Hugo Award. All three books in the series won Hugo Awards. So I really want to read this, and I hope my fear of critically acclaimed books doesn't stop me. Also, I am going to be continuing Caste. I've been listening to the audiobook. I've been listening to this while I go to the gym, which hasn't been as often as it should be, but I'm excited to continue that learning process and to learn about caste systems in India, as well as how caste systems can be seen in American culture, and how caste systems were used in World War II, and how sometimes it can be eerily familiar in modern time. I'm enjoying it so far. It's a long book, so I better get my ass at gym. And then I really gotta stop dragging my feet on this next book. It's Real by Kennedy Ryan. I said in my 22 books I wanna read in 2022 video that I wanna pick this up, but I've been kind of hesitant because of the premise between actress and director. But with February coming and it being Black History Month and me wanting to read more Black authors, I think this is the push that I need to just get over that hesitance and read it. So this book is about Neva and Cannon. Neva is like a Broadway actress, kind of backstage, maybe not shining as much as she could. And then Cannon is this director that sees her one night and then brings her up into the starlight and wants to feature her in this biopic or something that he's creating. And apparently there's a lot of drama that's gonna happen. Neva's worried she's gonna like lose everything that she ever wanted, which was being a successful actress, being a star, finding the love of her life, and I don't know what's gonna happen, but I hope it's good. For whatever reason, the description says there's no cheating from the main characters, so I'm like, if you have to tell me that, like, I don't know. Maybe the people they were with before were cheating on them, I don't know, but I guess we'll find out. And then, speaking of cheating, another Kennedy Ryan book called Long Shot, which is the first book in the Hoops series, apparently. So there might be cheating in that because this is a story between August, a basketball player, and Iris, a woman who was with a different basketball player, and in the like synopsis it says that the guy she was with she thought was her prince, but it was fool's gold, and it's hard being with a baller and all this stuff. But like August is also a baller, and maybe he's on the same team as her ex, I don't know, but they're gonna fall in love, and Honestly, the drama of just thinking about being with a professional athlete must be so hard. They just get so much attention. People will throw themselves at professional athletes sometimes. So being with a professional athlete must be very challenging, as is probably reflected in her first relationship with one. So those are the main books that I want to read, but I do have 2 bonus books that I just want to throw on this list. I don't know a lot about these next 2, but I just want to share them with you. Okay, so the first one is Have We Met? So there's this woman, Corinne. She's had like a sad event happen in her life. Like she lost her friend to cancer, apparently. She's not really looking for love, but she like moves back home, I guess. And all of a sudden this mysterious dating app appears on her phone. It connects her to like 4 long lost loves. And I guess she's gonna figure out what's going on with those old flames. I don't know that much about this, but I got it for free. It's by a Black author and I've had it for a while, but I haven't given it a chance, so I think this is the month that might push me into at least starting it. And hopefully it's good. And then lastly, I have this book. It's called Deadly Rumors by Charisse Hodges. I picked this up from the used bookstore. It's definitely not the first book in a series. It's like a mysterious number book in the first series. And I just noticed on the back it says advanced uncorrected proof not for sale, and I bought this for like $1 apparently. So there's probably some errors in here, but I think I should give it a chance. The woman is an investigator. Her name is Zoe. The male guy is an FBI agent. I've been watching a lot of Criminal Minds lately, so the FBI has like been in my face a lot in media. So maybe this will be interesting. Maybe I'll be in the mood for like cop action stuff. But sometimes I feel like I worry with books that have such like a plot focus that there's not gonna be enough romance and I'll be bored. I want the romance to come first and I want the plot stuff to come second. It sounds like it might be enemies to lovers. It sounds like Zoe is trying to resist Carver's charms. So maybe the angst will be amazing. So we'll see. Like I said, I'm still reading 2 other books, so I'm still in the middle of Pachinko. I really need to finish that. I told my friend Libby that we should buddy read it because he started it last month too, didn't get very far either. So I said, let's buddy read it. Let's finish it for the end of February together. And then the other book is on my Kindle, and the problem with me is that I have been neglecting reading physical books because I just love my Kindle so much. It's just so easy to read in bed. Chase goes to bed so early, so by the time I'm like ready to wind down, lights are all out, and just reading on my Kindle with the backlight is just so much easier than staying out in the living room to read a physical book. It's much more comfortable to read in bed, so I can't help but keep an active book going on my Kindle. So I'm reading Bound to the Battle God. He's a god? Sorry. So I'm reading Bound to the Battle God by Ruby Dixon. I remember reading the synopsis like a while ago, but I just decided on a whim to start it like 2 nights ago. And I didn't remember that the love interest was a god because I just started reading it without reminding myself what the story is about. So now I'm like, oh, okay, like I'm a handful of pages in, like not that far, maybe like 3 chapters. Now I'm like, oh, okay, like this, like I've been keeping my eyes peeled for the love interest. She's come across a couple men, but they've all been gross and scummy. And I'm like, where's the love interest? Now I'm like, oh, he's gonna be one of the gods. Well, that's exciting to look forward to. If you don't know, Ruby Dixon is the author of Ice Planet Barbarians, so I enjoy her stuff. It's always a fun time. I've heard this one is a little bit more slow burn than that other series, but I'm having fun, and at the end of the day, that's what I'm here for. I'm reading for fun, and sometimes I read for knowledge, but mostly I'm here for a good time. And sometimes I'm here to be emotionally moved. That is my February TBR. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to give this a thumbs up and subscribe down below if you haven't already. And I'll see you in another video. Bye!